3 and 4. The battle is on. It's going to be too close to call side by side. Wong Do gets it. We got contact. We got flips. Everywhere. We got big wrecks here. Going back to the front because we're racing back to the line.
William Page with the victory.
Looking for second here.
Musa's gonna
he's going to use that apron.
He's going to use the apron.
They're going to be side by side. Coming off the corner. Boy, back to the inside. It's going to be a drag race to the line. Tom Musa gets it.
Tom Musa, where did he come from?
Boyer trying to close the gap. He's going to get to the bumper. Oh, just barely did not make it. And coming off of turn 4, Jeff Sikenis is going to win it at Dover.
Before I wrap things up here in this segment, your thoughts on the type of race we're going to see tonight. And I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's feature presentation of the United States Online Racing League Alpha Tauri Red Bull Cup Series here from the Chicagoland Speedway. As always, I'm your host here on JTN, Joe Twansky. Alongside me tonight, the one, the only, Mr. Joseph Weaver.
Hey, how's everybody out there doing tonight? Hope you're ready for some fun-packed racing here from the Chicagoland Speedway.
Weaver, it's going to be a fun time tonight here at Chicagoland. A lot of folks really want this track back on the Cup Series schedule, the NASCAR Cup Series schedule, that is. We're back here tonight after a fantastic finish last season here in Chicagoland with the USORL. Got plenty in store for the fine folks tuning in tonight.
Yeah, if anybody remembers when we were here last season showing off these USRL drivers at Chicagoland, they put on a great race and had one of the craziest finishes I can ever recall. I think we shouldn't expect anything less than that tonight.
I don't think crazy even starts to describe the finish we saw. Again, folks, this is Chicagoland Speedway. It's a mile and a half. We're going to go for 134 laps tonight here in your race preview presented by Circle B Diecast. Use code JTN to check out for free shipping on that order of $20 or more. Weaver, qualifying has concluded. We're out here in happy hour right now. Why don't you take us through tonight's starting lineup?
Alright, sure thing, Joe. Taking the pole position tonight is going to be that number 15 car, Ryan Pace. Starting to his outside on the front row is going to be the 80 of Tyler Mallon. Your second row is going to be consisted of the 01 of Huang Do and the 16 of Garrett Sidnor. Row 3 will be the 45 of Sean Whitehill and the 57 of Tommy Bordeaux. Row 4 will be the 2 of Jesse Dalton and the 3 of Darren Ingram. Row 5 is going to be the 13 of Austin Spencer and the 1 of Steven Merzlack. Row 6 is the 12 of Cam Barnes and the 18 of Ray Tustin. Row 7, we got the number 4 of Zach Krostowski and the 36 of Dewey Schramm. In the 8th row, we got the 00 for Henrietta Bordeaux and the 11 of Antonio Ruiz. In the 9th row, we have the 8th of Michael Murata and the 95 of Zach Webster. In the 10th row, we have Davey Hazard in the 75 and Dan Asher in the 26. And rounding out your field, starting all by himself, the 14 of Jeff Dixon.
A great starting lineup tonight, folks. And as Weaver took you through that starting lineup, hope you were making note of a few select drivers here tonight. It's the second of 4 Noble 4 races this season tonight. Our participants, Henrietta Bordeaux in that 00 you see, the Baskin-Robbins Chevrolet there towards the back of the screen. The 3 of Darren Ingram, the 2nd, Zach Krostowski in the number 4, Cam Barnes in the 12, and our very own Tommy Bordeaux in that TWB number 57 Toyota. Those are your 5 Noble drivers. They'll be marked with red spoilers and red roof numbers. Of those drivers, of course, the prize pool, Weaver, always fun to take some prize money home. Runner-up's going to take home the $5 in that Noble, out of that Noble group, so second highest finisher, they'll get their money back that they put into the pot, with the winner taking home a cool $25.
Absolutely, Joe. You know these guys out here, they want to
$20,
win the race. Yeah, they want to win the race, but an extra $20 in the bank ain't, nothing to stick your nose up about.
And they actually each put $10 in, it would appear, so... you still lose some money if you're second, you just don't lose as much as everyone else. Oh, Zach Krastowski. Oh, Dewey Schramm.
The Noble program that they have going on here at the USRL is a great way for the league to generate some revenue from themselves to help pay for the servers and all the running costs of the league, and also a good way to get these drivers, a little more into it, a little more something to drive for.
Give them some more TV time too,
Mm-hmm.
Once again, folks, can't thank you enough for tuning into JTN's coverage of the United States Online Racing League. Make sure if you haven't already to drop a like on the video and subscribe. It does so much to help support us, and not only us, but these drivers. Always love to hear from you in chat. Had NASCAR 2003 Racing tuning in. Glad to see you ready for some racing action here tonight. And folks, if you're tuning in for the first time, be a friend, tell a friend, or maybe it's your 1,000th or 100th or 10th time tuning into JTN. Be a friend, tell a friend about our live streams and broadcasts here. It would mean so much to me. Our producer, Bristol, of course, a big fan of when you share these videos with your friends. So can't thank you enough, as always, for tuning in here on a late night Saturday night for some USORL Cup Series action from Chicagoland. They like to party really late here at the USORL, don't they?
Yeah, there's some late night shenanigans going on here for the USORL Cup Series.
However, something I'm noticing right now, Chicagoland, it's an older surface here, kind of akin to the Atlanta Motor Speedway before the reconfiguration. A lot of bumps. You can really see these cars going up and down these straightaways.
Yeah, even in the corners, Joe, they're really using up those springs. You can see the car kind of skewed out even. They're really working this car. Going to have to be saving the tires here, being careful of those bumps. When you're driving over them and you're trying to pass somebody, you can easily get around and get loose. A lot of things to look out for when you're just racing the track tonight.
Davey Hazard in that number 75. Turning some laps.
Talking about spring has sprung. Davey Hazard rocking those summer colors tonight.
Those are summer colors?
Yeah, I'd call them summer. You got the nice light blue, a good yellows.
Yeah, but you just said spring has sprung.
Well, listen, Joe. When spring springs down here in Florida, that means summer's here. we don't have a true spring or fall.
That's good to know.
And Florida also the home state of the driver that 75, Davey Hazard.
There's one of our noble participants, Darren Ingram, in the number 3. Always aggressive, always fast. Was involved in that finish last year here at Chicagoland. Looking for some redemption. Talking to Darren earlier this week. He still has a sour taste that was left in his mouth after that finish last year here in the Cup Series.
Yeah, after a finish like that, you can't help but think, what got away from you there. And he just wants to get back out here. And we run a light series here in the USRL where you get a kind of a practice race a little bit before the Cup Series races earlier in the weekend. Had some interesting shenanigans going on there at the finish, so a lot of people out trying to get a good finish. Think they deserve a really good finish, so expect them to be duking it out heavy all through this race.
Have a feeling the 3, the 75, and the 14 here tonight might not be too friendly after that controversial finish last year. Saw Jeff Dixon in the 15 a year ago take home the victory. Well, there's someone new to one of our broadcasts here of the USORL. First time you're seeing him on a JTN screen for a Cup Series race. It's Tyler Mallon. Number 80 Intel Toyota here tonight. Got any good intel on Tyler?
I've raced with him a few times. I know they have been around the track quite a few times. They're very strong. Somebody to look for at the top of the charts. They qualified second, going to be rolling off shotgun. So, definitely a driver to keep their eye on tonight.
Weaver, bring the energy, says Davey Hazard.
Bring the energy. I'm bringing the energy.
I think we were pre-race back in, we were watching it, Bristol allowed us to get into the production truck, and we were watching roll WrestleMania, so we got up through the big, I don't want to give away spoilers here, because I know there might be some folks, maybe they're tuning into us, but some big things happening, a little, not emotionally draining, but definitely energy draining.
Yeah, we're bringing the energy up here in the booth. I think now we're about to hear these drivers grit up, get that call to start their engines for the race. Now it's time for them to bring the energy on track.
Well, they always do, though, right?
It is a good trend here in the USRL that they do put on some good shows when we get to come and call a race for them.
Oh, there goes Ingram flying. The shades of last year's finish. You can tell it's the end of happy hour with all the wrecking going on, can't you?
You know, get it out of your system now, boys.
Oh my goodness, Dewey. Thanks to Antonio Ruiz, who does so much work with the signage people here at Chicagoland. Got JTN, JTN2 disqualified logos up there in turn number 1 and 2.
I also believe he did some work putting these Tropicana oranges that you see adorning the outside of the track.
There are a lot of Tropicana's signages around here. Signage? Just signage, not signages. I'm a mess, and, well, we're a couple drivers probably hoping they don't make a mess of tonight's race, especially those noble participants, as the field gets gridded on the back straightaway, and we get ready to go green flag racing here from Chicagoland. 134 laps here tonight, folks. Gonna be a barn burner of a race. You're not gonna want to miss a second of it, so don't touch that search bar. On the pole tonight, he won last time out. We were here on JTN with the USORL from Talladega. It's going to be Ryan Pace in that Haviland, number 15. To his outside, it'll be the 880 of Tyler Mallon in the Intel Toyota. That's your row number 1 here for the start. As we await the command to get these stock car drivers.
Start your engine!
And there it is. Never fails, they do the command right as I'm like trying to hype up the command, you know? Never fails. Field rolls
They're
off.
listening into us.
I'm telling you what. Field rolls off. Well, hey, Ryan Pace got that win a couple weeks ago, looking to regain some momentum. Hasn't been 2 weeks that him and Team 15 have been looking for. Tyler Mallon making first couple initial starts here in the Cup Series to the outside. Wong Joe Garrett Sidner, proven multi-time winners here in the USORL. Then Sean Whitehill, Tommy Bordeaux, row number 3. Into the start zone we go. Green flag, and we're underway here from Chicagoland. You already see Ryan Pace getting to that middle line. Huang Zhou on the bottom of Tyler Mallon looking for the position. Mallon going to get a good run down the back straightaway. A couple cars in the wall. Looked like Tommy Bordeaux, Ray Tustin, Davey Hazard. And we're wrecking them up. I thought we didn't do this.
Oh, Joe, I think they saw just too many people involved in that initial accident there.
I will.
Thankfully, these drivers have their backup cars at the ready.
I'll keep my mouth shut.
Drivers, to your cars.
All right, take two.
Take two, baby. Getting on the grid. We see all the drivers got their backup cars out.
Not all
You
of them.
can
I think the 15 still has his primary car. Looks like he managed to make it through everything okay.
For his sake, I'd hope so. The speed in that 15 is there. That 15 team needs a good week, like you said. Kind of a rough past couple of races after getting that win at Talladega. Looking for a spark here. Don't necessarily need it just yet, but momentum's never a good thing to kick off. Or never a bad thing, sorry.
On the left.
Start your engines!
Well, in Weaver, the last couple of weeks have had multiple different winners. We're on a 4-race streak of different winners. No repeats in there. Garrett Sidner winning at Knoxville, and of course Ryan Pace, we said at Talladega, where we covered the race. Anchorage went to Zach Krastowski in the number 4, and last week, Davey Hazard took home the victory out in wine country at the Sonoma Raceway. Ryan Pace with control here of the field, starting on the pole. Tyler Mallon outside. Huang Do, Garrett Sidner, and Sean Whitehill, your top 5 as we get ready to get back underway for the first time. You didn't see anything earlier here from Chicagoland. Great flag, we're underway here from the Windy City. Not as good of a start there for driver number 15. Not able to clear the 80. Not going to be clear just yet. Mallon hanging tough on the outside off of 2.
Just a little more help there behind the 80 car. One of Huang Do did not get a great start on the inside. Couldn't give much help to Ryan Pace down low.
See, outside line really getting going. Garrett Sidner going to be outside of the 15. Pace stuck on the bottom. Bordeaux also going to get by. They'll have to settle for the 4th position. Now here comes Huang Do in the 01.
Looks like it's a race to get that top side early here. A lot of drivers trying to get up top and run that high side.
Garrett Sidner looked to the bottom. We got contact. Steven Merzlak, Austin Spencer. Merzlak around down the back. Spencer going around at the back of the field. Dan Asher spinning by himself. Caution number 1 is out here from Chicagoland. You see the replay here. 13 just comes up into the 1 down the back straightaway. 26 going to go all around at the back of that field. What'd you see there, Weaver?
Well, to me, it looks like both the drivers are washing up there at the end, getting out of turn 2 there. Steven Merzlak getting into the wall himself, but even without that, I think Austin Spencer was going to get to his bumper eventually and get him around there. He was washing up the track heavy. Thankfully, no other cars involved. The 26 going around for a little self-spin behind, slowing down there. No big hits from anybody. We'll get 4 fresh tires and be back out here ready to race.
Yeah, it looked like that Mahindra Tractors powered Mahindra Tractors Ford Mustang. I clipped the apron down there in turns 1 and 2. Then, as you said, of course, slowing down there for the incident. Sometimes you have that brake bias. You have it in a very uncomfortable position as here comes the field down the pit lane.
Ran a couple laps here. Everybody going to come down, probably get 4 fresh tires, fill it up full of fuel here, maybe make a couple adjustments.
Look at those cars shake down the pit lane. Tommy Bordeaux, Huang Do, Henrietta Bordeaux all staying out.
Davey Hazard with the 2-tire car gonna pick up a lot of spots on pit road. Maybe had a driver that started at the back, not a stranger to starting at the back, but with that call, it seems like he wasn't liking what he's seeing. He wanted to get up front.
It looked like a hornet's nest back there, didn't it?
It did, Joe, and we might see a little something different here on this restart. We got the choose cone rule here. Probably see a bunch of drivers take that high side.
How obviously, you know, I think my opinion is if you can be on the front row, you want to be on the front row. What's your thought on that here tonight with how we've seen already, you know, in the 2 laps of green flag that we had, really seen that outside line be, it's very obvious it's the preferred lane.
Well, there's a lot to it, Joe. There's, you know, where do you feel comfortable with your setup? If you feel a little more comfortable running down low, then you got to think about the risk and reward of picking that low side over the high side, or maybe you got a car that's really set up for the high side and you'll accept losing a couple positions for choosing up there.
So Tommy Bordeaux will get first crack at it. Down the back straightaway in that TWB Toyota. Again, one of our noble competitors looking for that grand prize of $20 here tonight. Hey, what's up, Magoo? Thanks for tuning in. Working our first caution of the night. We'll see where Tommy decides to go. Gonna pick the bottom, so there goes our theory. Everyone taking the top, though, further on back. Steven Merzlak gonna go to the bottom, get some positions. Jack Krastowski, Austin Spencer, but then everyone else choosing that outside line here for the restart. Bordeaux with control, Huang Do, Henrietta Bordeaux, Davey Hazard, Steven Merzlak, Tyler Mallon, Zach Krastowski, Garrett Sidner, Austin Spencer, and Ryan Pace, your top 10 for the restart. Into that restart zone we go. Bordeaux back on the gas, green flag, we're back underway. Henrietta with a little wheel spin out of the way down there next to the grass field. We're going to go by, but Bordeaux out to the lead, and he's ahead of Huang Do.
Joe, that might have been one of the biggest discrepancies I've ever seen here using the choose cone as far as the amount of people on the outside compared to the inside line, but really working out there for the one of Steven Merzlak. We saw him go for a spin there on that last yellow, and he's already back up here fighting for a top 5.
Down to the inside of Tyler Mallon for the 4th position. Not able to get it done. Gonna duck into line here down the front straightaway. Saw Davey Hazard trying to make it around that 01 of Huang Do. Not able to do that pass either. Mallon starting to look to the outside of that 75. Not a lot of room out there. But nonetheless, you got to start looking, right?
Yeah, you can look, but Davey Hazard's a driver who he might let that door, you know, it might be open enough for you to look, but he's never going to open it enough for you to get your foot in.
You're saying he might slam that door real shut real quick?
I've seen him do it before. I've seen him do it to me even.
You know he'll do it again. Up front, though, it's the Tommy Bordeaux show. Out front by about 5 car lengths. Hazard gets loose off the corner. He saves it. Gonna wear those tires out and lose 4 or 5 positions.
Big moment there for the 75 off turn 2. Gathers it up. Ain't gonna lose too many spots. He's still on the slip back here, but
only gonna lose 4, it looks like. See if he can maintain here with Austin Spencer. That was a save and a kick save and a beauty by Davey Hazard.
Moving back towards the front, looks like this train's starting to reel in the leader, Tommy Bordeaux, a little bit. Tommy choosing to run that low side. Everybody behind him running up top.
You have to think Tommy's probably wearing those tires out a little bit more doing that too, right?
physics would tell you yes, but you never know with the setups that he's running. He might have something that's made to run down there. 01's looking low here in turns 3 and 4.
Trying to take his line away is Huang Zhou. He drifts up, washes up the track. Malin going to look to the outside for second. Huang Zhou now trapped on the bottom. I don't think he wants to be down there. Going to lose a spot to Steven Merzlak as well.
And we talk about a car being set up to run the bottom. That turn right there shows me that 01 did not like running down low.
They're really kicking that outside line right now. So single file at the front of the field, single file throughout the field right now. Just over 10 laps in, Tommy Bordeaux with the lead after staying out under our first caution to take the track position over the tires. Tyler Malin was our leader going into that caution, now sits second and going to dive to the inside here through 3 and 4.
Tommy Bordeaux choosing to run the inside line when he's all by himself, but he lets these guys get up to him and says, you're going to have to work for it. Run that inside line.
We'll see how things work down here in 1 and 2, because Bordeaux definitely likes to drive a little further down the track. He's still kind of running his line, running the middle. It looks like Malin going to just barely clear off the corner. Tyler Malin back to the lead as Bordeaux going to look to the inside down into 3. Don't get too racy now, right?
No, it is still early. Tyler Malin getting that drive off. That's the big advantage of running the high side of a track like this. You get a huge drive off the corner.
And Tommy Bordeaux also has the race with the other Noble 4 competitors here tonight. It is that 57 out in front right now. 3 wide for second, Weaver.
Wide. Steven Merzak and Tommy Bordeaux really tight on that high side. Steven not giving him any room to breathe. Gonna let Huang Zhou slip down low and get by both of them.
And Zhou just drove right by him. I mean, saw them getting tight with each other and said, all right, I'll take that track position. I'll dive to the bottom. As Merzlak into the wall.
All about seeing your opportunity and taking it there.
Back in the field, see, we're singled out. There's another one of those Noble competitors, Darren Ingram in the number 3. Ryan Pace now to the inside of Davey Hazard for position. Again, Hazard with the strategy call down the pit lane to get some track position. A little older tires on that 75, and also the big save down the back straightaway. Sidner now to the bottom of Tommy Bordeaux for position. Bordeaux now kind of stuck in that line he doesn't want to be in, Weaver.
Yeah, and maybe he did burn off his tires a little bit early there. Tried to get a gap on, get a good lead going, but looks like it might have hurt him here.
While we were watching that, Huang Zhou was able to get to the inside of Tyler Malin and take the lead coming through turns 3 and 4. Malin now cuts the apron. Try to get back around this 01. Here comes Steven Merzlak in the one Fastenal Toyota.
Seeing the 01 and 80 battle real tight here. Giving a lot of looks for Steven Merzlak as the 01's going to dive low, get a run going into turn 3.
This battle has been amazing here towards the front of the field early in the race. Joe Clear drifts up in front of Tyler Malin, has the lead this time. Not going to be a drag race to the line. Give that lap to that 01 Amoco Toyota.
All this has let Steven Merzlak get really tight on them. He's there to make a move, but I think knowing Steven, how he's made some passes already, he might just wait.
A very calculated driver is driver number 1.
Absolutely. He's one to know when to make a move. He's going to wait until he knows it's the right time. See, the 75 of Davey Hazard was able to get past that gaggle and is now setting his eyes on this top 3.
I think maybe the tires need to cool down on that 75.
think so. Probably save him a little bit so he can make a push here.
You see Darren Ingram now to the inside of Tommy Bordeaux's got Jeff Dixon all over the bumper of the 57.
Yeah, the 57 continuing his free fall to the back of the field right now.
Have you or a loved one been affected by too many Toyotas in the USORL? Well, contact us here on JTN. We'll try to put a stop to it. There are a lot of Toyotas, Weaver.
Well, I don't know how much I can help that, seeing as I drive a Toyota. But
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure all you and Tommy, obviously, both Toyota drivers. So now Zach Krastowski has taken the lead in the Noble competition. And Krastowski, last Noble event at Anchorage, took home his first career USORL Cup Series victory. So congrats to Zach. The two races ago now for driver number 4, but first career Cup Series victory has to feel good for the longtime driver for Turn Left Incorporated.
Yeah, it just goes to show how hard it is to win one of these Cup races. Zach Krastowski, one of the more consistent drivers in the field, been racing for quite some time. Always getting better, and it takes a lot to put together one of these wins.
As we continue to watch this little second pack of cars as the leaders have stabilized single file, Jeff Dixon looking to the inside of Ryan Pace through 1 and 2. Smoke down the back. Looks like we're okay. Pace! Oh, he's going to turn the 13. Austin Spencer around for the second time tonight. And that's the second caution of the night. Second one down the back straightaway. Looks like Austin Spencer might have just got dumped, Weaver.
Yeah, it looks like Ryan was trying to make a move down low there and just didn't quite clear him before he had a run going into that corner.
Drove right into the left rear of the 13. You know, and the best part is, of course, Ryan, we both have good relationships with Ryan, so I think he would appreciate us calling for what we saw. I know he called you out a few years ago about your plow into a wreck at Indianapolis.
You know, Ryan Pace, not one to hold back blows, but neither am I. Definitely.
That was definitely on driver 15.
Yeah, might have not making too many friends out here in his debut season in the USORL Cup Series.
Saw the replays there. To think, once again, full field, going to come down the pit lane. Or not once again, I guess the first time we had a caution, the full field did not come down the pit lane. And your Louise, a straggler, going to come down pit road. So, all right, Weaver, now I've had a decent green flag run to start this race. What am I looking for? I know what I'm looking for out of the car. I know what I want to improve. How does my crew chief execute that? What communication do you want to be given to your crew chief right now? What changes? How drastic do you make the changes right now at the start of the race? These are all things that these drivers have to be thinking about as they're coming off the pit lane.
Well, right now, the biggest thing I'd say is you got to be careful. Whatever adjustment you're making, and whatever adjustment you're asking for, you got to make sure it's not going to be something that's going to be eating up your tires, because we're seeing tires are key. Looking back there, the 57 Tommy Bordeaux was actually on pit road when that caution came out. I'm assuming that was for tires. Caution kind of saved him there.
Something appears to be wrong with 26 Dan Asher, now into his pit stall. It looks like, I guess we're choosing. So once again, outside line definitely looking like the place everyone wants to be. Except for the race leader, who took the bottom.
I think if you're the race leader, you're in a good spot. you have control of the green here at the USORL, so you get to call that green, get a good jump, and you get basically choice of lanes after the green flag, which I'm sure a lot would say is better than before.
Fair enough. Coming back into the Alpha Tauri restart zone. Huangzhou with control. All right, we're not going back green. I think we're waiting for the 26. There he is. 15 Ryan Pace comes back down the pit lane. And the longest line. They had me so excited there, Weaver.
Just when you get ready to go green and they call it off.
Well, folks, something you don't want to call off on is getting yourself some USORL driver merch now available on the JTN merch store. See multiple designs. You see one there for our very own Joseph Weaver, Davey Hazard, Matthew Steelman, and Mikey Murata making his mark last year. Of course, all Season 7 t-shirts available. Got some Season 8 ones in the works. Again, check out the JTN merch store. Get yourself some USORL driver merchandise.
Great driver merch on there. There's plenty of options too on the field. Whoever you like, whatever kind of car you like. We got Michael Murata out here in a Dodge tonight, breaking up that Toyota party that Joe was talking about.
Got a Ford and a Chevrolet now up inside the top 6. Cam Barnes in the 12 Tire Pros Ford, and Zach Krastowski in that Paramount Plus Chevrolet.
I think we're for real this time, Joe.
I think this time might be a better time, Huck. The whole field's together now. Huangzhou with control. Great flag. We're back underway. Wheel spin there from Tyler Mallon on the outside. Going to be 3 wide for that position.
Huge jump there by the 01 of Huangzhou, getting off to a good lead here.
Ooh, Hazard loose again.
Hazard real loose early on in these runs here. Something to keep an eye on. The field at the front has caught back up to Huangzhou.
Well, you enjoy that first lap as the leader and getting away from the field, but then the reality sets in, right?
Yeah, it ain't as detrimental as a place like Daytona or Talladega, but they'll still catch you eventually, and when they do, they're going to be coming with a head of steam.
Bordeaux to the bottom, looking for the dash or the Noble lead. Going to take it off the corner, get in front of Zach Krastowski. Krastowski gets back in line, and if you're Zach, you're up here inside the top 5 right now. You're obviously battling with that 57. You know, Tommy did not have a long run car that initial run, of course, staying out. But I don't think the 2 laps there at the start really are that big as the 57 catches the wall. I don't think those 2 laps really are extra on the tires of the 57 car. Should have been that much of a detriment compared to the rest of the field.
I don't think that alone was it. I think it probably was that plus him running a different line, running down low, trying to get a lot of speed. I think those 2 together really added up to the detriment that we've seen for the 57, where he had to pit early there. Or was at least attempting to at the time the yellow came out.
And something else I'm noticing right now, Weaver, especially going down the back straightaway, these drivers really letting that right rear hang out, kind of slap that outside wall on exit. Are you seeing the same thing, and why? Why are we seeing that?
And I think it's just how they got these cars set up tonight, got them sliding around these corners, got that car pitched in. You can see it going through the corners, that rear end's hanging out pretty much the whole corner. You're just letting that car slide up to that wall as much as you can. You want to straighten out the exit of the corner and get a lot of speed exiting corner.
Huangzhou out in front, Tyler Mallon, Cam Barnes, your top 3 all with each other right now. Racing towards the back, Henrietta Bordeaux on the outside. Contact with Ray Tustin, 0-0 into the outside wall. Gonna save it. Good save from Bordeaux. Ray Tustin, I believe, saw a statistician
Henrietta been putting in a lot of work recently. If you've seen how she was doing at the start of the season compared to now, she may be at the back of the pack right now, but I tell you, she's been improving steadily through every race.
And that's the big thing, right? First season, rookie season, improve, improve, improve.
Yeah, if you aren't learning, then you're really messed up here. Cam Barnes getting a little loose getting into turn 3 there. Gonna open the door for Tommy Bordeaux.
Bordeaux there on the bottom, that 57 blue and white and red tonight. Toyota. Trying to make it a Toyota 1, 2, 3. Bordeaux not afraid to send it down onto the bottom. Going to make the pass. And then into the wall. Davey Hazard and Cam Barnes able to get back by the 57.
With some early struggles here. He's going to be looking to throw the kitchen sink at it, as he likes to say. Soon we're going to see some wholesale changes throughout this race.
Never afraid to do that either.
No, and you can't be afraid to do something like that when you know there's adjustments to be made. You have to make them and go out there and see what works, because if you just keep doing what you're doing, you're not going to get any new results.
Zach Webster to the inside of Sean Whitehill. You saw Mikey Murata get really close to that wall, kind of check up the 45. Dewey Schramm also going to go on by. Good run going for Dewey in that Lycos Toyota.
And Dewey Schramm flirting with the top 10 right now with a solid gaggle of cars here with Michael, Zach Webster, Ryan Pace, and Sean Whitehill all battling.
They always catch me off guard going down there into turn 3, especially as this run goes on, because all these drivers getting off the gas and coasting down into that corner, trying to make sure they're saving the tires, they're not being too aggressive, they're not wearing the rubber out a little bit extra.
A lot of off-throttle time here at this track.
Oh, Webster loose off the corner, gonna go around. Dewey Schramm involved. Ryan Pace gonna get clipped by the 45 of Sean Whitehill. Caution is out. Caution number 3 on the night. Just like to point out that Richard said Dewey had a solid run, so I wanted to highlight it, and then Dewey got caught up in a wreck. So, Richard, that's your fault. Here's a replay.
We're gonna defer the broadcaster's curse to the commentator's curse. Huh?
Doesn't look too bad. That last little hit to the wall there. Then,
Yeah, a little hit to the wall there for the 36 team. Hopefully they can get the crew over and working on that.
Ryan Pace also into the outside wall. And sometimes, you know, we're obviously privy to some of the conversations that go on here in the USORL throughout the weeks. Sometimes a driver might be down on their confidence and feel like they're down on their luck. And for Dewey, it's been a really tough start to the year here in the Cup Series and the Dash Series, or Light Series. Looking to get some good runs going. Had one going here, but Weaver, when you have these incidents and you're involved in these incidents that aren't of your own doing, right? And you continue to be in those incidents, how taxing, how much of a toll does that really put on the psyche of a race car driver?
You know, it's tough. It's real tough because in reality, you know you should be able to shrug it off. You know that's what you need to do in that situation, but when you get in a streak like that where it's just bad race after bad race and it's really not your fault, it's hard to shake. I've been there myself, and you just got to do your best. You know deep down what you have to do, so really in that instance, not really nowhere for the 36 to go.
Guangzhou going to win the race off pit road. Bordeaux second. Tyler Mallon, Davey Hazard, Cam Barnes, Jeff Dixon. So Guangzhou back out in front. Or still out in front. I shouldn't say back. He was out in front when we came down to the pit lane. Good run going right now for 0-1, of course, a fan favorite.
0-1 Amico Camry. I should have just assumed it was Camry. Definitely looking strong out here leading this field. I don't know if might be too early to say dominant, but there's been some strong cars that I think can give him a run for his money here.
We'll have to wait and see. You saw the choose there. Joe Bordeaux, row number 1. Garrett Sidner, Tyler Mellon, Zach Krastowski, Davey Hazard, Mikey Murata, Cam Barnes, Austin Spencer, and Jeff Dixon. Your top 10 here for the restart, coming to lap 40 of 134. Green flag, we're back underway here from Chicagoland. And once again, car on the outside that's not the control car, not able to get a good restart.
Tommy Bordeaux there in the 57. Big wheel spin, had a bobble there getting up through the gears.
Garrett Sidner hugging that white line through turns 1 and 2. Drag race down the back with the 57 hard into the wall. A bunch of guys hard into the wall there on the outside.
Tyler Mallon falling back. Jeff Dixon still in the wall.
Dixon's car looks like something's wrong with the suspension the way it's bobbing up and down.
Yeah, not one where we're used to seeing that 14 bobbling around during these races, but that one looked
Not
a
up
little,
in, yeah, usually,
little too dramatic.
Usually in the Y direction, not in the usually in the XY direction, not in the Z axis, right?
Yeah, I think so, Joe. The front, we have Garrett Sidnor side by side with Tommy Bordeaux for second place. Davey has it behind them in third.
If you're Hazard, what? So when you see guys side by side here tonight, it's a golden opportunity to try to pounce. We saw that's how Huang Zhou was able to get to the lead, and he's maintained the lead since. It's not that cars are getting stalled out, though. Why is the side-by-side between two cars so detrimental to those two cars? Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Saw that coming.
Everybody going to be able to go low around these two. No big hits, thankfully.
Caution number 4. Davey Hazard, you see the replay looking to the outside. Is that the 75s? Who you pinning that one on, Weaver?
I don't know if anybody's really to blame there for that one. I see Garrett Sidnor getting a little loose there coming off turn 4 and having to gather it up. And Davey Hazard stuck his nose in up there up top trying to get that high side away from Garrett. Just a bad time to try and make a move for the 75 and a bad time to get loose for the 16.
Go on board with Davey. Yeah, one coming up, one coming down, huh?
Yeah, a little bit of A, a little bit of B.
Does it make a little bit of C?
Well, thankfully it didn't here. Only 2 cars involved in that wreck, so everybody else was able to get by okay.
Here's off the back of the 16. Huang Zhou kind of blocked into the box coming off the pit lane. Bordeaux, Tommy that is, able to get back to the lead.
Tommy Bordeaux winning that race off pit road. Going to be looking for a better restart this time around than last. You've got that lead. You don't want to be giving it up on a restart.
No, you do not. So Tyler Mallon going to take the inside lane here. Guangzhou with a penalty going to the back of the field in the 01. So Bourgeois with control here on the restart, choosing the outside line. Tyler Mallon on the bottom, Zach Krastowski, Cam Barnes, Mikey Murata, your top 5 coming to this restart, lap 45 of 134.
Looked like a penalty due to an unforced error there on the 01. Hit the choose cone on the backstretch.
That's the worst penalty you can get, isn't it?
Yeah, especially when you aren't meaning to. I've done it myself once.
Oh, Zach Krastowski on the bottom. He's going around. Coming back up the track, contact with Sean Whitehill, Antonio Ruiz. Caution number 5. And you saw it, Weaver. We saw it live, just the 4-car getting loose there on the bottom.
Yeah, it looks like it got into the corner, and that first corner, you're still on the throttle going through there, and got out from under me. Tried saving it. It looked like Kyle Busch at Daytona. We've seen him do that a couple times in the Clash in years past, but Zach Krastowski, he was trying to save it through most of turns 1 and 2, and finally went around on him there at the end.
Good job, Mikey Murata in the 8. 00 Henrietta Bourgeois able to get on by. Bit of a lick there with Sean Whitehill, and Antonio Ruiz nowhere to go as that 4 comes back up the track.
Yeah, just a little hip check with Sean Whitehill, but I'd say the hit that did the most damage there was the one with the 11 of Antonio Ruiz.
Folks, can't thank you enough for tuning in to JTN's coverage of the USORL Cup Series here tonight from the Chicagoland Speedway. Remember, we got a bunch of great races coming up for you, including this Monday night. The TMP Cup Series heads to the new Atlanta Motor Speedway, 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time for that one. Then is the Maverick Cup Series from Martinsville on Tuesday night at 8:30, and the Bomb Squad Cup Series from Martinsville on Thursday at 9:05. Of course, all those races live right here only on JTN. Split strategy coming down the pit lane. Cam Barnes, Ryan Pace, Garrett Sidner. Bunch of cars at the back of the field coming down. Richard, I do agree. Do agree with that statement.
As you're looking through the field here, I see this 18 sponsored by Skittles saying that Lime is back. What are your feelings on Lime being back in the package of Skittles?
I asked Ricky this question because we had Todd Wilson, who also has a similar deal with Mars as Ray Tustin in this 18 with all the Mars sponsorship, and was running the Lime is back paint scheme on Wednesday when he took the 11 car to victory lane at All-Star. I like Lime. I'm glad Lime's back. Apple was good, Green Apple was good, but it's time to get the classics back to the Skittle bag, you know?
You see, Joe, I agree with you on one thing there. I'm glad Lime is back, but I'm going to disagree with you on the fact that Green Apple was good. I was never a fan. The Green Apple and the grape Skittles always sat at the bag and ended up in the trash eventually for me.
I was going to say, the grape ones are definitely the worst.
Especially with Lime back, easily the worst Skittle.
Skittles are good. Skittles are really good. That's my favorite candy.
Keep that one in the back of your mind if we need a poll later on.
we already did that too.
I'm just late to everything here.
Apparently. Listen,
right, well,
you got on that jet.
Okay, I got a new poll. What's everyone's favorite flavor of M&M? How about that?
The worst Starburst is the red one. I'm a citrus guy, so I really like the lemon and the orange. So
see what the pink one's the strawberry, right?
Yeah.
I'm not too big a fan of the strawberry Starburst.
I'm not
I like
either.
Cherry's one of my favorite flavors.
Cherry always tastes like medicine. I don't know what it is. All the cherry candy always tastes like medicine.
Like the kids saying today, I'm addicted to that medicine.
Think they're talking about something else, Weaver.
Oh, Well, I'm just going to assume they mean the cherry starburst, and I like
Okay.
that one.
Okay. Swerve in there. Bordeaux outside, Malin inside. Got really close to that choose box. Jeff Dixon, more internet issues on the 14.
A lot of games being played at that choose cone.
Bordeaux once again with control here on the outside lane for the restart, coming to lap 49 of 134. There we go. We're back underway here from Chicago.
Like some games being played on the restart itself as well.
Looked like the whole field was ready to go, and then Tommy decided to go. And that's how you have to do it. Oh, we got a car running at the back. It's Dan Asher in the 26. Garrett Sidner also involved. Caution number 6. R26 around here in turns 1 and 2. Like, just gonna get away from him.
Yeah, bad rake for the 16 and Garrett there. Dan Asher getting loose going into 1 and 2, tries to gather it back up, and it just catches grip on him, and he hooks it up the track.
Chase Briscoe had some pretty good luck in his Mahindra tractors for some pretty good speed. Pretty good handling race car today from Richmond, qualifying up inside the top 5. Dan Asher, unfortunately, not in the same situation it would appear here tonight. Ill handling race car down there into 1 on cold tires.
It's been a rough go of it for Dan Asher. He was out there running well. He kind of fell back after that first incident where he spun, saving it, slowing up for a first caution, but this incident isn't going to help anything.
So Bordeaux still out in front. Never a fan of caution flags, but you know, it makes it a little easier when you're the leader. And take the bottom this time.
More laps where people can't pass you.
The rest of the field gets caught up, and we can go back green this time at the line. Jeff Dixon warping. Agreed. Here we go. Tommy Bordeaux with control. Restart this time on the bottom. Tyler Malin to the outside. Green flag. We're back underway. Lap 51 of 134.
13 of Austin Spencer having some trouble getting going there. He was third in the outside line. Going to drop a lot of spots.
Battles on for second. Mikey Murata there on the bottom. Going to drift up the track. Going to be put 3 wide in the center. Coming down the back straightaway, Austin Spencer going to get by on the outside and battles on for the lead. Bordeaux going to have to face the challenge from Tyler Malin on the 80 on the outside.
Tyler Malin taking a peek as Tommy just cuts him off. Going to give Davey Hazard a chance to look on the outside of Tyler Malin now going down into 1.
Side by side, Malin in the unpreferred line there on the bottom. See if that 80 car can clear the 75 off the corner. Not going to be able to do so. Hazard with a big run down the back. Going to complete the pass for the second position. Davey Hazard up into P2.
Tyler Malin was cleared for a second there in the corner, but made the smart decision to not come up in front of the 75. He knew he would have that run coming off the corner. Davey Hazard with a strong run to the back bumper, that 57. With another great run off the corner, going to be side by side on the outside going down into turn 3 now.
Yeah, saw that 50.
Bordeaux with his favorite line going down low.
Saw that 57 get really loose there coming off the corner that last time. Is Tommy going to clear up in front of the 75? Nice and clear. That's going to allow Davey now to cut back to the bottom, try the crossover. 75 leads that lap and going to complete the pass. Big power move there from that Adidas Havilland Toyota.
You know, it's something to pass a guy in the corners, but it takes a lot to pass him down a straightaway like that. We do have a curve here on the front and back straightaway. and some apron that you can use there on the front. But big pass from Davey Hazard to get to the lead of this race.
Steven Merzlak on by Austin Spencer. Huang Zhou continuing his march back up through the field, looking to the inside of 13 now, down the front straightaway. Now Tommy falling back, lost second to Tyler Mallon. Cam Barnes on the outside in the 12. Looking for the position on the 57. Again, that preferred outside lane weaver, especially down in turns number 3 and 4. But you can definitely get a good run here in 1 and 2, which is what Barnes is trying to do. Going to probably go for a crossover here down the back if he has enough of a run there. He's all right all over. He bumps him out of the way.
Big shot, going to make Tommy Bordeaux run the inside line here through 3 and 4. Going to get another good run off here. See where the 12 decides to take it this time. Not as good as a run as he had down the back straightaway. Only just going to get to his bumper by time we get to turn 1. Tommy Bordeaux still electing to run that inside line.
And Weaver, while you watch that battle for the lead, viewers at home watching this gaggle of cars towards the back. Mikey Murata, Jeff Dixon, Ryan Pace, Darren Ingram all underneath a blanket.
A lot of strong cars there. We're used to seeing that 14 and 3 of Darren Ingram up towards the front. You see Mikey Murata getting his elbows out. The 13 Austin Spencer into the wall there, going to allow Jeff Dixon to go low. Ryan Pace looking low as well.
Ryan Pace, our pole sitter here tonight, going to get past the 14 of Dixon as well. Going to try to think about clearing up. He's clear. He takes it. But Dixon back powering on the outside.
Maybe a rookie in this series, but that was a veteran move there by the 15 of Ryan Pace. He knew Jeff Dixon was going to have a run coming out of 2. Knew not to come up in front of him, or he's likely going to get dumped.
See Darren Ingram to the inside of Austin Spencer for position. Going to complete that pass slide up here in front of the 13. You're starting to see some checkups here further back in the pack.
Yeah, you know, we've run a few laps on these tires. People are starting to having to lift a little more. Some people might have worn their tires more than others, having to lift up a little earlier. Maybe they're just trying to save it for later in the run. A lot of differing strategies on track right now.
Up front, Steven Merzlak by Tommy Bordeaux for the 3rd position. Tommy's back to running that inside line weaver. We talked about it. Neither of us think that's the right idea for driver number 57.
No, but I assume the changes he's been making, if any, have been to set that car up better for that low line. He's really wanting to run down there. Steven Merzak is now caught up the back bumper of Tyler Mallon.
And again, we always say it, right? Getting there is one thing and passing another, especially as this run wears on. And I think as these tires start to wear out, Weaver, what we're going to start seeing is drivers having to make passes down the straightaways. We talked about it there on the restarts. We're 3 wide for position. Bordeaux got loose. Barnes got into the wall. Huang Zhou gets up into 4th in the 01, so another strong car back towards the front of the field. But we talked about Davey Hazard having that power move here down the front straightaway to take the lead, or take a position. As this run goes on, you really have to set your passes up through the corners to make them down the straightaways. Why is that?
Well, Joe, we're seeing such a huge run off the corners.
Big save by Huang Zhou. Ray Tustin, though, around in the 18 further on back in the pack. Hard into the inside wall. Back end of that 18 car is destroyed.
Looks like the green flag is still out. Looks like Jeff Dixon also got in the wall there.
Dixon still riding the wall through turns 3 and 4. Let's go ahead. Let's get you a replay real quick. What happened with the 18? Looked like it was just either getting loose off the corner, checking up for the car spinning out in front. Yeah, loose off the corner, trying to sort of that 14 was slow there on the outside, and then heavy hits the wall where it's it almost perpendicular with the back end of the race car. Davey Hazard's still out in front. Line flag is still out. That is correct, John.
Tommy Bordeaux settled back down in 5th place, lost a lot of time to that front pack. About even gaps between your top 4. Maybe give an extra car length to the gap between 1st and 2nd here. Maybe a couple car lengths there, Davey. Really pulled it out on that straightaway. And Barnes with the kiss on the outside wall there going through turns 1 and 2.
Give it a little smack.
Just a little smooch on the cheek.
So Davey Hazard trying to build his lead here from Chicagoland. Steven Merzlak heating up the back of the 80 of Tyler Malin. What happened to Huang Zhou? He's fallen back a couple positions. Oh wait, he got loose off the corner. That's right. That's what started all that junk we saw.
Mm-hmm. Little short-term
Yep, short-term memory loss. You got it.
There you go, Joe. You can say it when I can't.
That's why you get your cup of Joe, right?
Absolutely. We work together. You get your cup of Joe, and hopefully you're coming out the back end of this broadcast feeling like a better person for watching it.
I don't know if our broadcasts have that effect on people.
You never know, Joe. You never know.
What can JTN do for you? It looks like there's another car. It's Ray Tustin once again around on the back straightaway. Do you think we want to see a replay of this, or do we want to let Ray drive away? We'll let him drive away.
I think we just let him drive away from that one. I mean, we've seen it a lot of times. Once you get that rear end damage, the back end of that car is really free on you. You got that spoiler out of the air.
You lose a lot of downforce, right?
You lose most of the downforce that you're going to be getting on those rear tires.
You lose all of it. You lose all of it. Well, back inside the top 5 is the 15 of Ryan Pace. Running back here, Darren Ingram in the 3. Your highest Noble 4 driver of the 5 competing here tonight. As Tommy Bordeaux has once again fallen back as the run went on. Zach Krastowski still kind of stuck towards the back of the field as well. Or there's Krastowski. Bordeaux has really fallen off. Did he pit?
I don't think he pit. I believe he'd be a lap down if he did, but he has fallen off. I assume he might have maybe gotten the wall or something. Maybe he got loose. Have to check in on that.
Well, not the typical Tommy Bordeaux night we have come to expect. After a strong start to the year for the 57 team, it's Cam Barnes into the wall, heavy contact. Almost using that wall to turn the car through the rest of the corner because he got a really good run through too.
You know what, Joe? The timing and scoring hadn't updated for me yet. 57 is a lap down. He did go down pit road.
Darren Ingram into the wall a little bit. Huang Zhou all over the back bumper of the 3. They both have gotten by Ryan Pace for the 5th and 6th positions, respectively.
Back up front, Tyler Malin falling back to 4th now. Steven Merzlak.
Oh, Cam Barnes going around.
Oh!
Into the outside wall goes the number 12. Gonna stay parked there. Jeff Dixon going for a skid. Do believe we're going to be under caution.
Yellow is out on the track.
It's caution number 7 here from Chicagoland.
Big break for Tommy Bordeaux. Going to get him back on the lead lap, but he's going to have to make some changes if he wants to be in contention for this race. He can't be pitting, half the run of everybody else. That's just not going to work.
Yeah. I think we've seen every incident live tonight on the cameras, Weaver.
That's that producer Bristol doing a great job.
He knows where all the action is.
Camera. Yeah, he knows what's coming before we do.
He
Starting up a new podcast called Bristol's Crystal Ball.
think I would enjoy that podcast. Have a hunch.
Hey, get Bristol on there. You can give us his picks for the week. We know sports betting out there, it's huge. It's growing in the United
It
States.
is.
Probably one of the fastest growing industries in the United States right now.
I was upset to let Tommy take over the hosting duties of the Fake Racers podcast this week over on JTN2. And he did a fantastic job, just like Matthew and Davey always do. Go check it out. But I didn't get to gloat about my Ross Chastain bet from last weekend to win the race and making some money off of that. So
There you go. You know,
I was gonna say I got Ryan Blaney tomorrow, and not financial advice, folks, but Ryan Blaney plus 1,300.
Fingers crossed that you are correct on that one.
He had the fastest 10 laps, and he's your pole sitter for the third time this year. Granted, he's won the pole 3 times this year, and he hasn't won yet, so we will wait and see. Everyone coming down the pit lane, though, we do see that. Replaying looks like a probably 2018, 2017 maybe, race from Las Vegas on the Jumbotrons here during caution. For the fans. Always a great at-track experience for the fans here at Chicagoland.
Great pit stop for that 3 of Darren Ingram, going to come off 4th.
So good stop for the 3 team, and that wasn't a Darren Ingram getting some positions on pit lane because of strategy stuff there.
Just a great job by his crew, getting them out there, getting that service done really quick.
Oh, I really don't like these choose cone games. See some damage to the right side of the 13 car, Austin Spencer.
I think you might be hard to find a car that doesn't at least have something on that right side. We're seeing the Chicagoland stripe be born tonight. A lot of drivers getting up in that wall on corner exit.
Davey Hazard going to have control here for the restart. Tyler Mallon, Huang Zhou, Zach Krastowski, Ryan Pace, your top 5. Green flag, we're back underway. Once again, leader Davey Hazard out to a 2-3 car length lead. It's fluctuating. Tyler Mallon and Steven Merzlak battling for the second position.
Inside line there, lost a little bit of its help. 13 Austin Spencer had a lot of wheel spin getting on the loud pedal there at the green flag.
And really, there's no cure for that, right? I mean, you just be a little easier on the pedal, but when you're a race car driver, sometimes it's a little more different. That's a little easier said than done.
Absolutely, Joe. You want to get on that gas as hard and as quick as you can, but sometimes you got to realize, risk versus reward. Am I going to spend myself out? As you see the 1 getting in the wall, they're going to open the door for Tyler Mallon if they want it. Going to back off going into 3.
Ryan Pace, Darren Ingram, they've been side by side for a few laps here. Pace now getting a challenge from the 14 of Jeff Dixon.
Ryan Pace had a gap to settle in there, but he chooses to go back down to the bottom line through 3 and 4, side by side with Darren Ingram here at the line.
So you put Pace back to the 6th position, Ingram up into 5th. Of course, leading that Noble 4 competition is the 3 team, that 3 Powerade Chevrolet. Powerade, of course, the superior sports drink.
Yes, sir.
Remember back in the day, McDonald's with the Mountain Berry out of the fountain? Woo-wee.
Better days, Joe. Better days.
And they got like some weird Sprite flavor or something.
Always something with the Sprite in McDonald's, ain't it?
Wild, yeah, it was like wild berry Sprite. It's not even like the actual McDonald's Sprite, you know? Now I got a craving for some chicken nuggets. Should get a donate button going to donate some chicken nuggets for Bristol.
Yeah, for Bristol, huh?
He actually, anytime, I literally, Weaver, at this point, he's such a good producer, right? You never want to disappoint him. As Darren Ingram is, I don't know, as he's fallen back a couple of positions and we missed it. Apologies for that, but he's such a good producer, Weaver. I mean, I can't go out in my right mind and get some McDonald's or Wendy's or whatever fast food place and not get the old Papa Dog producer some as well, because he just absolutely loves it. I got him
back towards the front. We see Steven Merzak, Tyler Mallon side by side. Tyler Mallon gonna get around Steven Merzak.
Don't mind me just telling stories and Weaver doing our job.
No, I understand where you're coming from there, Joe. Definitely got to think about producers. It looks like caution is out.
Like the 11, Antonio Ruiz slow. Car's kind of just driving. I'm gonna go for a spin. Oh, contact there with the 18. Heavy into the outside wall. Henrietta Bordeaux involved as well. McDonald's High C Orange is better. Richard, I'm not a cat guy. Not a cat guy. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Weaver. Again, you're doing the job, and I'm just...
Just saying, a hard hit there for the 11 of Antonio Ruiz. Gonna be tough to battle back from that one. Got a lot of rear end damage.
Listen, if you knew why I wasn't a cat person, it might not be as big of an L. Tyler Mallon losing 4 or 5 positions on the pit lane. Not a good stop for the 80 crew. Have to think maybe some damage getting repaired there on that Intel Toyota. Tommy Bordeaux's driving in the grass. He's got a lawnmower tonight.
He's going to have a EOL penalty there on pit road. Hearing on the radio. Getting word from 57 camp that he's just having a tough night.
Yeah, I think that's come across pretty clear on the broadcast tonight, huh?
You know, it's always good to get that reassurance from the crew, though.
Davey Hazard with control here on the restart outside lane. Huang Do, Ryan Pace, Steven Merzlak, Tyler Mallon, Jeff Dixon, Cam Barnes, Darren Ingram, Zach Krastowski, Garrett Sidner, your top 10 for the restart. Coming to lap 84 of 134. Going to be 51 laps to go when we cross the line.
Pretty good start there by both lines. Tyler Mallon going to jump up into that outside line. Steven Merzak a little loose getting into the wall there off turn 2.
Still catching the wall, going to lose 4 positions off of the corner down into 3 and 4. Maybe not. Maybe able to hold on to a couple extra of them. This Cam Barnes not going to be able to get it done and get past the 1. Ryan Pace going to squeak up into that outside line. Battle still on for 6th.
Dixon flirting with that wall up top. He's going to keep out of it, really running that Larson line up against the wall.
You saw Ryan Pace trying to go on by Dixon, not able to get it done, losing 2 positions. Now here comes Zach Krastowski in the number 4, now your new Noble leader.
All that going on has allowed the 0-1 of Huang Do back up into second. First time we've seen him back up here since he had that save down the backstretch. See if he's got anything to this for this 75 of Davey Hazard, who's really come alive in the second half of the race.
He's got to have something for him, right?
I think if anybody, it's him. He had one of the strongest cars in the first half.
Folks, would like to remind you to be a friend, tell a friend about our broadcasts here on JTN. Make sure if you haven't already, to drop a like on the video and subscribe. It would mean so much to us here on this late night Saturday. Well, actually, now it's Sunday morning here on the East Coast, but cannot thank you enough, as always, for tuning in to JTN late night Saturday night. Not under the lights on the track, but at least under the lights in your home. Once again, cannot thank you enough for tuning in here to JTN. Please, if you're ever so kind, drop a like on the video and subscribe. Weaver, that's YouTube 101. You gotta guilt trip people into subscribing. You gotta like,
by any
keep asking
means
them.
necessary.
By
Right?
any means necessary. Oh, Hazard into the wall. Joe into the wall.
Really tighten him up, giving Tyler Mallon a chance to catch up to him here. Top 3 real tight. Maybe Hazard really running high up on that wall through 3 and 4 last time by and arcing it down off the corner exit, getting that run through the tri-oval. Tries to do it again and gets in the wall this time a little bit.
Hazard in that 75 struggling a little more this run, it seems.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of little mistakes out of him that are keeping these 2 behind him rather close, closer than they have been the past few runs. Definitely going to have to look to clean up these mistakes if he wants to build that lead back up like he had before the caution.
Ooh, there's a car around on the front stretch, or at least got back Antonio Ruiz in the 11. Heavy damage on the back end of that car. I don't know if it's from our last incident. Would have to think it probably is.
I believe so. Looks like he had that rear end damage from the last yellow, and it came out and bit him. As Davey Hazard into the outside wall again off turn 2. Huang Do with the run up to his bumper here. Not enough to make any move through 3 and 4.
And Hazard once again kind of opening up that door just a crack. Maybe maybe it's a window. Maybe not a whole door to where you can easily fit a person through it. But Hazard kind of giving that 0-1 a little bit extra air to the nose on the outside, closer to that wall.
Yeah, you know, you're just making that person think about it. If they're thinking about it, that's something that, you know, they ain't thinking about their driving. They're thinking about making a move. Make them make a mistake. Usually, as a person following a driver, you're putting pressure on that driver in front. You're trying to force them into making a mistake. There's not many things you could do as that leading car to force a mistake on the driver behind you. Maybe Hazard trying his best to make them think about a move instead of just hitting their marks here. Steven Merzlak back up into the 4th spot here after that rough restart, getting into the wall and falling back.
Doing a good job tonight. Has had to rebound a couple times.
Yeah, I think the same could be said for about everybody in this field. One is Steven Merzlak, definitely been on the rebound all night.
So what you're saying, this race tonight might be one of those where it's the last driver to make a mistake to win?
It very well could be. We've seen a lot of little mistakes this run. It's those little mistakes can add up, and if you have a big mistake, they don't have to add up. You just fall to the back after one of them.
Field coming up on Dan Asher in the 26. I think Asher telling us before the race has a Mahindra motor, tractor motor in that car. tonight, I think that experiment might not be going too well. Going a lap down here.
Well, I don't know if too much the problem for that 26 team right now is the engine. It has had a little bit of handling issues earlier on in this race, and then probably some damage on top of that. Never know. I think you give the Mahindra engine an extra.
Give it a couple extra cracks. It's working pretty good for Chase Briscoe, right?
Yeah, you know, you got to give it a fair shot. One race isn't, you know, anything can happen in one race.
Davey Hazard still your leader here from Chicagoland. Like to remind you folks at home now, you can use our code JTN at checkout at CircleBDiecast.com for free shipping on your order of $20 or more. Circle B Diecast is your home for all your racing-related memorabilia needs. Of course, that includes diecast, it's right there in the name, as well as t-shirts, hats, and much, much more. Again, CircleBDiecast.com, code JTN at checkout for free shipping on your order of $20 or more.
'80 of Tyler Mallon really backing it up to the front bumper of Steven Merzlak, and that's backing both of them up to the 14 of Jeff Dixon. Somebody who we're used to seeing at the front. See the 80 of Tyler Mallon going to dip out here. Looks like they might be trying to fall back here, save some tires, instead of trying to fight off the hard charging one of Steven Merzlak. Back towards the front of the field, though, 75 Davey Hazard really starting to stretch his legs. Looks like he's cut out those little mistakes, trying to build that lead up on the 01 of Guangdong.
As you said, Jeff Dixon back there in fourth, starting to creep into the picture, kind of all over the back of Steven Merzlak for the third position. As Merzlak into the wall.
Been noticing Steven's really liking to run that very high side, about as close to that wall as he can get it.
Ryan Pace, the first car down the pit lane.
And Pace looking like he's trying for that undercut. It should be good to go to the end on this stop, so get your service now at the opening of your window, and you're going to make up some time here at the beginning part of your run, but towards the end you're going to be on skatey tires.
You gotta hope for no cautions either, right?
Yeah, caution right now really puts a wrench in his plan. He just gave up all his track position that he would have had he stayed out when the caution came out. Or if the caution comes out, I should say. Don't want to jinx him again tonight.
We've been all over that trend tonight, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's 5 Toyotas locking up your top 5 positions right now. Then it's a 4 to Cam Barnes back in 6th. It's been the top 5 you've seen for most of the night. Jeff Dixon, kind of the new player up here into the front of the field, looking for 3rd to the inside of Steven Merzlak.
Yeah, Jeff Dixon started dead last in the field tonight. We knew it was just going to be a matter of time before he found himself mixing it up with the leaders, though. Oh no, and it has happened. The caution is out.
Ray Tustin around once again. We suck. Oh, it's not Ray. It's Sean Whitehill in the 45. Whitehill into the outside wall. Round Dewey with a big avoid. Ray Tustin full speed. Dan Asher full speed through there. Tustin gonna go around. Whitehill with damage, a self spin. Luckily, no one else collected.
Yeah, everybody there doing a great job of not running into that 45. Dewey Schramm in the 36 with the insane save to get it drove down to the bottom of the racetrack there, coming off turn 2. That's very tough to do. The car really wants to step out on you when you're not under power and making that kind of move through the corners.
Let's go on board with Dewey. Whitehill in the wall. There he goes, spinning. Whew. They'll get a couple lips to pucker, huh?
Absolutely.
Full field down on pit road of our lead lap cars. Of course, we talked about it. Ryan Pace came down, took the gamble on strategy. Now going to lose all the track position. Davey Hazard wins the race off. Huang Do, Jeff Dixon, Steven Merzlak, Cam Barnes, Tyler Mell, and Garrett Sidner, Austin Spencer off the pit lane, that order.
Of Garrett Sidnor there, coming back towards the front. He was strong early in this race, but we saw he got involved in that incident. Been working his way back up ever since.
And just gotta keep rebounding, right? That's how good basketball teams make it far in March and into April. Compete for championships. Good rebounding. Right? I think that's a basketball thing.
All about those fundamentals, Joe.
Davey Hazard with control once again here on the restart. Gonna be 29 laps remaining here from Chicagoland. Into the restart zone we go. Green flag, we're back underway. Row number 2 not going either of those cars. Jeff Dixon struggling on the outside, going to allow Huang Do to clear up to the outside lane.
And they're stacking up deep behind him. We see Tommy Bordeaux go.
Oh! Dixon into the wall, going to lose a bunch of positions. Tyler Mellon going for a spin. Big save there. Going to lose 6-7 positions down into turn 3. We stay green.
Staying green after 2 big saves there. Jeff Dixon up on the wall and Tyler Mallon down low.
Back up front, Joe trying to run down the 75 of Davey Hazard. Hasn't been able to do it so far tonight. This is the closest he's gotten. Big dive, big send down into 3 and 4.
Big send through 3 and 4, going to come out even with the door going down the front straightaway. Looked like he was going for one of the slide jobs, but just wasn't close enough going into the corner to really pull it off.
Gonna need your best Dale Jr. impression if we get one of those late here, Weaver.
I'll try my best. That was one of the shining moments of that season that year, so it'd be hard to replicate.
Tommy Bordeaux has worked his way back up into that dash for cash, or keep calling it that. Noble lead position. Zach Krastowski there in second in that race within this race.
And you got to think Tommy Bordeaux, with the struggles he's gone through this race, he might just be abandoning trying to run for this win and go for that cash here. All he knows is he's got to beat Zach Krastowski, Darren Ingram, and Henrietta.
As well, Cam Barnes is in this. Wait, no.
The caution is out on the
Antonio,
track.
I misread. I totally read off the Anchorage dash for cash. Antonio Ruiz is also part of it here tonight. But the guys we've been talking about throughout the night have been the right ones. Apologies. My goodness. it has been... We've had a lot of broadcasts here on JTN. Caution, what, number 9 on the night?
It's getting up there, Joe. I've kind of lost count.
And Asher going for a spin once again. Collects Ray Tustin in the 18. Ryan Pace sneaks on through Henrietta. Bordeaux as well. Antonio Ruiz there in that 11. All right, well, now we're all coming back down pit lane. We all can make it. We're all going to be on decent tires. We're probably going to go back green with just over 20 to go. Just living our best life, right?
Yeah, I think every driver in this field is okay with coming down and getting some fresh rubbers here.
Once again, folks, can't thank you enough for tuning in here to JTN's coverage of the USORL Cup Series. We'd like to remind you we got more great racing coming up here on the JTN this week, including the TMP Cup Series Championship race from Atlanta at 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday night. Then the Maverick Cup Series from Martinsville, race 3 there, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series from Martinsville as well on Thursday night. Those races all live right here on JTN. Race off pit road, we finally saw the strategy call from the 3 team, Weaver.
Darren Ingram taking 2 right side tires there. Everybody else electing to take 4. Gonna jump that number 3 Powerade Chevrolet up into the lead.
All right, it's choosy time. Well, hey, look at that. Ingram chooses the top, then the next 3 cars all choose the bottom. It sounds like there's little faith in the 2 tires top there for the 3 team.
Yeah, you can tell who trusts in and who doesn't by that call. Seen a lot more even here on the choose cone as we get down to it. Not much to gain from choosing the high side and falling way back and losing that track position now.
Right for the green flag. Darren Ingram, king of the restarts here in the USORL with control on the outside line. Green flag, we're back underway. Hazard able to hold even with the 3.
About the first time all night we've seen our leaders go and even into turns 1 and 2. Davey Hazard with a big run through 1 and 2 down low. Gonna easily clear the 3 and set sail now.
Outside line getting a log jam there behind the 3 of Darren Ingram. Ingram goes low to block the 1 of Steven Merzlak, who looked to the inside, now gets to the inside. Wong Joe also going to go by 3 car into the wall. Oh, Joey!
Oh. That is going to bring out the yellow again.
Oh, me, oh, my. Not enough lanes that time coming off of turn number 4.
No, not at all. Not much for Dewey to do there. He knew he had a car low. He's trying to bring it down low as he can when he sees the 3 stopped up top like that. But just a little too late.
And Asher comes in there at the end into the 36. Get there once again. That camera angle probably makes it look a little worse than what it actually was. But like you said, car low, you're trying to swerve to avoid them, you just kind of run out of time, right?
Yeah, it's real hard to avoid a car that's going that slow as well. So Darren Ingram, he rode that wall for most of turns 3 and 4 there.
On board with 36. So leaders, of course, staying out. Welcome back, Noah. I know you probably had a very fun time, or welcome, I guess, for the first time. Hope you had a fantastic time. I'm assuming at a watch party. Watch along. Congratulations to your school. Weaver's not a fan.
But he's well aware.
Don't know if this was our choose, so we'll just act like it is. I guess it is, maybe.
I do not think so. We're gonna go one more time here.
Alright, so back green with 19 to go, Weaver. How do you set yourself up to try to win this race if you're Huang Do back in third?
Well, it seems right now that you're just going to have to go to that outside and hope the driver in front of you starts making some mistakes. We've seen him try that slide job-esque move through 3 and 4 time before last on the restart, but we know the move is in his arsenal, but I don't think it's something he's going to want to dig into too much.
I think that's a fair play, and if you're Steven Merzlak now in second here for the restart, you're probably choosing to start on the front row, right?
Yeah, I think at this point you have to start as high up as you can. You get about maybe 3-4 rows back, and then you can start choosing based on line. But I definitely expect these guys to go the opposite of whatever the person in front of them goes.
A fair play indeed. Davey Hazard, though, going to have the first pick of line. Has been really good here on the restarts, especially with calling them. Wait and see. Tommy Bordeaux, you see that blue and white 57 there on the bottom? That's your first car on new tires. There's the choose, and Merzlak decides to stay behind the 75 for the restart.
Gonna open the door for Huang Do to start on the inside here. See, Austin Spencer also chose the outside line. Gonna let Tyler Mallon come up to second in line on that bottom row.
And Mallon had the terrible, no good, very bad restart a couple ago. Look to rebound here. 19 laps to go when we hit the line. Hazard with control for the restart once again here tonight on the outside. With Huang Do on the bottom, Tyler Mallon, Steven Merzlak, and Zach Krastowski, your top 5. We're back underway, 75, maybe a little wheel spin there, able to get out clear with the lead. Battles on for second, down into 1. Oh, Davey.
Gonna get split in the middle. Steven Merzlak up top, gonna inherit the lead.
Oh, Tyler Mallon gets sent down to the bottom. He's gonna come back up the track.
They're still checking up going into 3.
These restarts have been wild here tonight.
3 wide coming off the corner. Big wreck. Jeff Dixon, Garrett Sidnor, Ryan Pace off the pace.
You've been waiting a while to say that one.
Gotta take my chances when I get them.
Honestly, that wreck could have been a lot worse, Weaver.
Yeah, when it started, I expected a lot more from that, but not too much. Back under yellow, of course, with a wreck like that. But
Well, let's get a look first at what kind of kicked all these things off, because coming off of turn 2, that's where we really start to have the big checkup. See Tyler Mallon having the big run down there onto the apron. And it's Jeff Dixon going 3 wide here through the center. Ryan Pace, Mikey Murata. Doesn't look like any contact there. We know there's some warp issues a lot of times with the 14, just maybe coming off the corner getting loose.
yeah, it's definitely looking to me like he got a little loose there coming off turns 4 and had to not enough room there to gather it up with the 15 of Ryan Pace right below him.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those incidents that started in turn 2 and didn't come to fruition until turn 4.
Garrett Sidner really kind of getting the worst of that. Heavy damage on the nose of that 16 car right into the side of the 14.
Adding to the adversity that he's had to face tonight, he's one of those drivers working on the rebounding, like we said. Sometimes you get boxed out.
That was good. Race off pit lane, everyone coming down, save for Tommy Bordeaux, Cam Barnes, Zach Webster, and Henrietta Bordeaux. Which I like that call because we just pit, all those drivers towards the back just pit, right? I mean, might as well stay out. You already you pretty much got fresh tires. You only ran a corner with them.
Yeah, might as well. You probably ain't going to get the track position any other way other than staying out, especially this late in the race. You might as well. If you're going to take a chance, now's the time to take it.
Closing in on that 10 lap to go mark. Gonna probably be 15 to go when we go back green. Inching ever so close to the end of this race. Once again, cannot thank you folks at home for tuning in to JTN's coverage of the USORL Alpha Tauri Cup Series. Be a friend, tell a friend, and drop a like on the video if you haven't already. It would mean so much to us, and I think I would, if I was watching this video, I think I would have probably clicked that like button by now because, man, the racing these boys have been putting on tonight has been fantastic. Boys and girl. Drivers. Is that better? Never know. Bordeaux going to have control here on the restart. What line he picks is still a mystery. Tommy Bordeaux, that is. Then Cam Barnes and Zach Webster. So got a Toyota and now 2 Fords and a Chevrolet up at the front, kind of broken up this Toyota parade. Love how they wait till the last second to make that decision.
All about the games, Joe.
You playing games, Weaver? You playing games?
You ain't playing the game, you can't win the game.
Coming to the restart, Tommy Bordeaux going to have control on the outside. Cam Barnes, Davey Hazard, Zach Webster, and Steven Merzlak, your top 5. Bordeaux with control as we enter the restart zone back in front of the field. Let's see how the 57 does. Green flag, we're back underway. Restart games being played there by the 57. Waiting to call the green. Late, going to be clear of the 12 of Cam Barnes. Battles on for third. Hazard to the inside of Zach Webster. Going to look for second.
Further back, we got Allison Spencer around after Michael Murata gets in the wall.
Was there I guess that's going to be a caution. Caution number 12. Don't know if there is any contact, but that car came right across the track in front of the rest of the field. See what happened here for Austin Spencer. I think contact?
Think so, Joe.
Oh, yep, contact with the 8. Whew. Dewey Schramm barely getting through there.
Austin Spencer with a lucky save there, able to keep it off that inside wall.
Go on board with Dewey. You're going to see this incident happening right up in front. Look at that.
Now, through all this, Dewey Schramm finding himself in the top 10 position in 8th right now.
We thought about pitting. Cam Barnes going to come down the pit lane. Interesting decision from driver number 12. It's going to leave Tommy Bordeaux out in front to fend off a bunch of hungry cats on some pretty good tires. I think it's too late to come down the pit lane, right? You can't go back on your strategy like that.
I was thinking so. Maybe he needs that last second adjustment. Maybe he thinks we're going to get a couple more yellows here before the end of this race. Running out of time to get them, though.
Throw some tape on the car?
Possibly. There's still quite a few laps left. I wouldn't throw too much on there. It could get dangerous. These fans have sat through a long race here tonight. Drivers giving them a little 4-wide salute there through turns 1 and 2.
Sometimes I think that's just a little, hey, look, I'm here.
Ready to choose this time, I believe.
It does indeed look that way. 57 is going to choose the outside. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
A lot of drivers picking the outside.
Just the front of the field. It's going to... Dewey Schramm going to be starting third on the inside. Tyler Mellon fourth. Ryan Pace fifth. So guys that were outside the top 10 going to be back inside of it. Drivers that were supposed to be inside of it going to be back out of it. But one guy that knows where he was starting, what he'll be doing here on this restart as we end our 10 to go, or as we close in on 10 to go rather, is Tommy Bordeaux. Into the restart zone we go. 57 hits the gas. We're back green here from Chicagoland. Good restart from the 0-1 there on the bottom. Going to be side by side with Bordeaux. Maybe not. Down into turn 1. Bordeaux back clear, but that 57's loose.
57 loose is going to be a drag race down the back stretch. More help on the outside line with the draft for the 57 of Tommy Bordeaux. Got his buddy, teammate there, 75. Davey Hazard going to give him a push down in turns 3 and 4.
Long Joe with a big send. We have seen that 0-1 do it so many times here tonight. Weaver not able to clear the 57, but still going to be side by side. Hazard looking 3 wide for the lead.
3 wide for the lead going into 1. Huang Do got a nose on both of them, but he's going to have to run that very low line. You see Davey Hazard going to slide up in front of Tommy. Huang Do going to slide up in front of both of them as he got a great run through 1 and 2 there.
What a power move from the driver of the 0-1. Huang Zhou back to the lead here, 124-134. And this race is going to come down to the wire. Hazard to the inside as he takes 10 to go. That means it's time for our TWB 10 to go. As Davey Hazard going to take back the lead down into corners 1 and 2.
Huang Do with a big run coming off turn 2 here.
Ooh,
Davey
we got a
Hazard
car around in the back. Remember, folks, head on over to GarlandLacetrack.com here on your TWB 10 to go, as the caution has come out for the 13th time here tonight. Noah Joyce out on track now. Interesting.
Gotta get a couple spots. It's better than taking a provisional here.
I heard they had some power plant issues. Let's get a replay of what happened. Zach Webster going around.
It looks like the 95 was getting a little loose there. The 12 Cam Barnes couldn't check up in time, got in the rear, got around. Jeff Dixon getting involved.
I get run over by Mikey there. Get one good helicopter look at it. Like 95. Looks like, I don't know if it wasn't, did it look like the 95 was going around before the 12 got there?
It definitely looks like he was trying to gather that car back up. Looks like it was stepping out on him a little bit there. And then didn't get help saving it from the 12, that's for sure.
You never do. So, Davey Hazard out in front of the field. Huang Do second. We're all coming down the pit lane, Weaver.
Fresh tires. That was a decent run for this track. Everybody opting to come down and get their hopefully last set of Goodyear Racing tires.
And you're working caution number 13 on the night too, right? I mean,
we're definitely seeing some crew members make the run to the Goodyear haulers and pick up some sets. Thankfully here in the Cup Series there are no tire limits as you might see in a lower series. Davey Hazard taking 2 rights there. Doesn't want to get out strategized by anybody else.
That is, we know there's going to be a couple, right? There's Garrett Sidner taking 2. Darren Ingram taking 2. Oh, man.
I believe everybody else behind them took 4.
Surprised more didn't take two, honestly.
I'm not too sure, Joe. We seen how it worked out for Darren Ingram there when he tried it just a couple cautions ago. It was kind of a dodgy restart.
I don't think Darren has as strong of a car, though. Cam Barnes staying out, so I guess he will be your leader.
He was the only one who pit before that last green flag run there. So he had fresher tires to start with.
I'll give Davey the bottom here for the restart, but we have 4 fresh tires restarting behind him. The 2 tires of Sidner and Ingram decided to take the outside line.
You got no tires, you got 2 tires, you got 4 tires. Which one do you want to win this race? I think we're going to find out here soon.
I think you probably want the 4. I think we know which ones you want. What you want isn't always what you get, though, right?
No, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Coming back green, 7 laps to go here from Chicagoland. Cam Barnes with control for the restart. There we go, green flag, wheel spin from the 12. We're back underway.
It looked like the 13 of Austin Spencer went around back in the field. You're going to stay green here. Davies Hazard running up high.
Hazard out in front, gonna have to hold off some hungry cats behind him. Wong Zhou looking for second, probably gonna be able to get it this time down into 3 and 4. See if he goes for the lead. Gonna be a big power move from the 0-1, big time send. Gonna be 2 to the quarter of Hazard coming off the corner, not able to get there down the straightaway.
Tommy Wardo going to be looking to the outside of Wong Do here going into turn 1. He's also on 4 fresh tires.
If you're Davey Hazard, you want to see those drivers behind you battling for the position tooth and nail to the end of this race. I'm back pole sitter Ryan Pace into the outside wall. Davey Hazard still leads. Got a freight train going.
Tyler Mallon looking to the inside of Tommy Bordeaux here, going to be even with him, got a nose on him down the back straight, but that 57 is going to have the run with the draft.
Well, we know the 57 doesn't like the outside lane, right? And we know the 80 probably isn't a big fan of the inside lane. So interesting tactics having to be deployed here at the end of this race as they're drag racing for the 3rd position behind Huang Do in 2nd and Davey Hazard your leader.
Davey Hazard really making those 2 tires work. Huang Do just can't seem to get up to his bumper.
Tyler Mallon still trying to get by Tommy Bordeaux. Going to slide up in line. Bordeaux to the bottom looking for the crossover. We continue to watch this battle for 3rd. See Mallon take a more defensive line. Middle of the track that time.
Battle for 3rd. He's up 3 wide behind him. Steven Merzak up the middle, going to get by both Garrett Sidnor and Cam Barnes. Looks like we might be shaped to see the same thing up here for 2nd.
We're seeing a lot of battles right now on this track. At the line this next time, it'll be 2 laps to go, 2 laps remaining when we get to the line this time. Tommy Bordeaux trying to find a way around Huang Do. Huang Do trying to find a way to Davey Hazard. Tyler Mallon trying to find a way around Tommy Bordeaux. There's a lot of people looking to increase their decrease their finishing position.
Tommy Bordeaux was running the Kevin Harvick line down there, 3 and 4, right on that white line. Even saw a little puff of smoke out from his tire. He was down so low on that apron.
Hey, you can make it work here tonight, right? Especially knowing that you only have to get this car around this track one more time. Davey Hazard, your leader. This time at the line, he'll see the white flag. One final lap here from Chicagoland.
One more lap. Steven Merzak is caught up to the back of Tyler Mallon for 4th now.
Hazard just has to get a good run down the back straightaway as Tommy Bordeaux looks like he's to the inside for a moment there of Huang Do for a second. Bordeaux will get one last chance. Do gonna get one last chance here through 3 and 4.
Side by side through 3 and 4. Huang Do's gonna have to slide it up.
It's gonna be a drag race to the line, but give it to Davey Hazard, your winner here from Chicagoland. I got that right?
Yep, Davey Hazard by a half a car length there. Just edged him out, got the run off the corner. Huang Do with a crazy run through 3 and 4 there to try and sneak a win.
Hazard makes it work on the 2-tire call late.
Tommy Bordeaux going to bring it home third. Tyler Mallon in fourth, and Steven Merzak rounding out your top 5 here at Chicagoland.
Oh, there's the orange onto the track. Oh, no.
Oh, look out.
Look at it go. Antonio, that was perfect if you're watching this back. Davey Hazard burns it down, your winner here from Chicagoland. To get someone to... And Davey Hazard, your winner. You see him burn it down. That yellow flag meaning caution. There's an orange out on the track. But Hazard is your winner for the third time this season. Second in a row. Davey Hazard heating up here as we enter the spring. All the oranges are doing that too. That's perfect. Hazard will try to take the car to victory lane. We'll move on to our post-race coverage. Talk with our top 3 finishers here quickly. And again, get you those results. So let's go ahead and start. Weaver, who do you want to start with? I'll let you choose.
I want to hear what Tommy Bordeaux has to say. I think we go 3-2-1 with this one.
All right, 3, 2, 1 sounds like a plan, Weaver. Go ahead and get in here. The driver of the number 57 who had an up and down night. You know him, you love him here on JTN. Tommy Bordeaux. Tommy, you got a copy.
How about that, Boof? How about that, Boof?
Early on, and you're taking home the Noble prize as well. So congratulations on being $20 richer.
Wait, $20?
$10 richer.
I was told it was going to be $1 million.
Your crew chief lied to you then, bud. I'm sorry.
Oh,
your
God.
Skrillions are in the mail, Tommy.
But Tommy, a great run for you here tonight. Take us through kind of the struggles, though, because it was started off, it seemed like on the runs really good, could really work that bottom, but man, that car was evil on those long runs.
Yeah, probably, Joe, one of my worst races I've ever done. I was horrible. The setup wasn't good. It was okay enough on a short run, kind of, but like you saw, there was nothing for it in the long run whatsoever, and I got pretty lucky that things kind of worked out for me at the end as far as when cautions came and when people pit and everything, and I got lucky there to hold on to third, too. I mean, this was probably how many cars were in this race? Like 20, 22, 23?
Sounds right.
Well, it was probably like a 22, 23 place car, and I got lucky with it, man. It's nice to win the Noble Prize, of course, and to come out with a good finish. We've been needing a good finish, Joe, these past couple weeks in Cup, and it's nice to get one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Tommy, it was a up and down. It's been an up and down season, right? You get off to the hot start with the 2 victories at Richmond and Homestead. You also got the victory up in Canada, but these last couple weeks they've really been a struggle, and I think tonight kind of started out that way. How do you stay calm behind the wheel to kind of ease your fears, ease those tensions of kind of coming off these bad runs here?
Well, it's really, really, really difficult. As much as driving is physical, Joe and Weaver, you both know that it's a mental game as well, right? You have to have your head in the game. My head was not in the game until about the last 20 or so laps, I'll be honest. Even at the start when I was up front, it didn't matter. I just wasn't there, and to come out with a third, it really took a lot of that kind of telling myself, okay, calm down, think big picture, you can get there. And bit by bit, we chipped away at it. And I knew with the choose cone, I could gain some spots that way. I thought, if I've got this car that's good in the short run, let me take advantage of it and get great restarts the best I can. And I think that's just kind of what happened here. And it worked out in the end.
Well, it works out in the end for you, Tommy. As always, a fantastic run. You're a pro at all that you do. Congratulations on the rebound night that it seemed like you and this 57 team needed. But before we let you go, you're usually on the other end of this stick, but you know what to do. The floor is yours, buddy.
Right on. Well, thank you guys, first of all, for putting on the show. I hope you enjoyed the Easter egg at the end of the race. We've been waiting for that all night. Had to wait a little bit longer for it, but man, was a blast, and thanks to all the admins for putting it on and putting up with us every week. And big shouts out to TWB, Brand Consulting, Xerox, Andy Freeze, Big K, Kmart's, JTN, the whole crew on the car, man. It was a great team effort and a great finish.
Well, a great team effort, a great finish. Tommy, once again, congratulations on the podium here tonight.
Thank you so much.
Tommy Bordeaux, driver of the number 57, your third place finisher here from Chicagoland. I think you got to drag in our next guy, because usually he doesn't like it when I drag him in here.
Oh boy, I'll whip him right up into shape if I can find him. Let's see here. Going to be dialing up the 01 of Huang Do here. You got a copy?
Hello?
Hey.
Hello?
Hey, no, you're good. Weaver just decided that he was going to start the interview and then not finish it, apparently. But Huang, hey, congratulations, second place run here tonight. I mean, that's it's got to, I don't know, feel good, feel this, like, what are the emotions like right now?
I mean, I don't know. Not too bad, at least. I've got second place, but it wasn't first. But
right,
yeah, that's all.
That's all you feel about it. Take us through the race though tonight, because it seems like you and Davey, you two were the kind of the class of the field. You were really able to make those slide jobs, kind of, for lack of a better way to describe it. You were really able to do that through these corners, send it in on the bottom, make the pass, be confident enough to clear yourself up. What goes into that?
I don't know. We just have a good car. It was really stable throughout the runs, especially middle of the run there. That's where I think I was best. Short runs a little bit off, but still there, still enough, and just got it done for second.
Well, second place run here tonight, Huang. Momentum. We talk about it with everyone, it seems like, that comes up here. Haven't been able to get to victory lane yet this season, but you and this 01 team, you're always close towards the front. What more do you guys kind of think you need to park it down in victory lane at the end of one of these races?
Just good situations. Definitely wanted a green flag pit stop, but apparently, the race didn't go well enough for that. So I think pit strategy would be pretty interesting. Who knows? Maybe I might be up in front if it weren't for all these cautions, but
Hey, up front at the end, had a chance to win, just didn't have enough laps there to get it done, Huang. A fantastic run for you here tonight. Before we let you go, though, the floor is yours. Sponsors, family, friends, anyone you got to thank?
I'd like to thank that one person who rammed into my car and put a dent in it. So thank you to that.
When did that happen?
So, I don't know. It was between the 24th to today of March. So I have no clue who did it.
What a jerk.
Yeah. Police out there, though. They're trying to find him. They didn't send a note, anything, no information. They just ran off, I guess.
I think we need to get a little vehicle safety campaign going with you. I think this is a cause that you really feel strongly about.
Yeah, it was a parked car too, so I don't know.
That's ridiculous. But Huang, park the car second on the podium tonight. Once again, congratulations on the great run, and thank you for talking with us.
Thank you.
Huang Do, driver the number 01 Toyota, your second place finisher. Now to the final of our podium finishers. He's the driver of the number 75. He had a Dodge in orange there at the end. His name is Davey Hazard. You know him, you love him. Davey, I know you got a copy, so I'm not going to ask that question. How you feeling?
Oh, wow, I'm tired. I'm sweaty, I'm tired. That was a lot of work. that track was very, very, very tough to drive.
Yeah.
I feel good, but I'm tired.
Hey, two wins now in a row here. Third win of the year. Martinsville, Sonoma, and now the 1.5 mile intermediate here in Chicagoland. That's got to feel pretty good for the resume building as we inch closer to the chase towards the playoffs.
They say variety is the spice of life, Joe, and that's what that's what I want to believe the most. I'm glad that we've been good enough this season to win on just about every track, minus the super speedways, which you could argue we could have had one, but
Hey,
it's good. It's good.
Right?
Push my teammate to a win. That counts, right?
That counts.
Yeah,
I'll give it to
but
you.
at the end of the day, it's not to. There's no ego with an 18-year-old game or 20-year-old game, or however old this game is anymore.
Mhm.
But it does kind of help build the confidence when you can win on all these different kinds of racetracks. It's good. It's good momentum for the rest of the season.
Hey, good momentum building here, Davey. But two-tire stop there at the end. What was the thought process behind that? Because I was up here and I said you threw the race away after seeing that she only had two other folks taking the same strategy.
So I did two tires earlier in the race when we had that first caution because I started
Right.
basically dead last. Took two tires early on. Yeah, I had a little moment on corner exit, but that wasn't because I took two tires. It was because I suck.
Yep.
So I knew that it was going to work. And at the end of that run, even I at the end of that first run that I'm referencing, I was really, really fast still. So I knew taking two tires was going to work, and I didn't want to get caught out by anybody else taking two tires. I wanted to make sure I had track position because while I didn't have a huge amount of issues passing anyone, it was still hard to make a move work. You saw me a few times had to get really aggressive to make some passes happen. So
Mhm.
that was kind of what was on my mind, just that series of events and all that context that led to that.
You talk about having that moment early in the race, and it really seemed like a tale of two halves. Did you make any mid-race adjustments? It really seemed like your car really came alive in the second half of the race.
All I did was I lowered the right rear track bar a click, and that's it. After that little loose moment, and that was exactly what I needed. I didn't really have any more moments, unless it was to do with cold tires. Didn't really have any more moments after that. But I mean, we even before that track bar adjustment, we were still pretty quick. It was a stability thing at that point, and that helped us stability. It helped me keep the rear tires under it over the course of the run. It was just good all around night with the setup.
Well, Davey, messing with the setup to victory lane. Congratulations once again on that here tonight. Before we let you go, though, floor is yours. You know what to do.
Thank you. Thank you to. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, my parents are probably still watching. They're probably not asleep. It's late. Anyone who I know is watching. Thank you very much for watching this and supporting me. It's very nice that you support me in my weird little hobby. Thank you to all my PTR affiliate teammates and everyone: Ryan Pace, Steven Merzlak, Sean Whitehill, Mikey, just everyone that's part of the quote unquote organization that we have going on. Thanks to all my friends, all the lads, Tommy and Weaver and all the friends that support as well that have been giving me nice messages and all that fun stuff. Thanks to the USORL putting on a good race. Well, I mean, the good moments of the race were pretty good, right? The caution stunk, but overall the action was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how many cautions did we have, Weaver? How many was it?
Round 12.
I think it was
Too
13.
many, but the racing was quite good.
15.
Like the battle I had with Hoang, the 3-wide move through the middle I made on that one run, that was all pretty exciting.
Oh yeah.
So thanks to the USORL guys for putting a semi decent track out, and yeah, we were a little bit messy on it, but it was a decent race. Putting all these races together, putting the season together, takes a lot of work. A lot of people don't recognize that kind of thing. So thank you to all of them. Thank you to you guys for putting on a good broadcast, as always. I'll be sure to watch back all the fun moments that I had and see the reactions and, wonder how I didn't wreck still. So thank you,
I think
Joe.
we're still
Thank
thinking
you.
that too.
Thank you. Yeah, I know. Weaver, did you have a good broadcast? I'm going to interview you now.
I had a great time. Always have a good time up here with Joe. We got Cup of Joe flowing, and we had a good race to commentate on. That's always the biggest thing that we can ask for here in the booth.
Good, in the booth. I get it. I saw the booth keying into some of the drivers down there. That was a lot of fun.
You know, when you get a couple cautions like that in a race, you gotta keep the info flowing for the fans at home watching.
And last but not least, make sure to check out Fake Races, the Fake Races podcast, and Disqualified, both two of the best podcasts in the world. If you delete every other podcast that exists besides it, and yeah, I think that's about it for me.
Not just delete every other podcast. Just a lot of them.
Don't delete Dinner with Racers.
Okay, all right, Davey. Thank you so much for taking time to talk with us. Congratulations once again on the victory here tonight. And as always, folks, if you want to hear more from Davey again, tune into JTN2 later this week for another new edition of the Fake Racers podcast. Congratulations, Davey.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
Davey Hazard, driver the number 75 Toyota, your winner here tonight. Weaver, it wraps it up. Chicagoland, Windy City, Rex, 3-wide racing, 2-wide racing, Rex, 3-wide race. It was a cycle night tonight.
Yeah, you know, we coming into this race, we talked about the race that we broadcast here last year at Chicagoland was a wild and crazy race, and I think we saw much of the same tonight with a wild and crazy race and a finish that lived up to the expectations that was set from last year's race.
Tonight was a fantastic race, folks, and that's why if you feel ever so kind, make sure you share the link with your friends. USORL puts on some of the best sim racing on the web. You can again watch a bunch of them here on JTN. Next time we are live, of course, is going to be this Monday night with the TMP Cup Series championship race from the new Atlanta Motor Speedway. That coverage kicking off at 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time. Weaver, we're heading. We're heading down to Atlanta after this. Going to be fun time there Monday night. And again, we got a bunch of great live content coming at you later on throughout the week. With all that being said, though, make sure you click the like button on the video and subscribe. Follow us on our social media at JoeTowNetwork on Twitter and Facebook and TikTok. Got all those things linked down in the video description below. If you want to go that extra mile, you can go that extra mile to help support us here on JTN. Check out the JTN merch store, and also remember to use code JTN at CircleBDiecast.com for free shipping on your order of $20 or more. With all that being said, though, folks, for Bristol, our producer, for Joseph Weaver, I've been Joe Twansky. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time live right here on JTN. So long for now, folks. Yeah, and they're going to be 3 wide coming to the checkered. Never mind, they're going to be... Oh! Turn 4 into the trial. Whitehill and through the grass. It's going to be Noah Joyce winning his first career race in the Red Bull Cup Series.
Off the right and a wreckage behind him. You got cars flying everywhere. Cars upside down. It doesn't matter. Noah Joyce has done it. He's won at Daytona in the 3 car.
Behind, they're going to be side by side again. Contact there between Sinner and Bordeaux for third.
Contact! Oakley into the wall. That's going to be Jack Hill. He comes